I'm just excited to be here. I'm ready to be here, and all this stuff is cool, but I'm not letting it get to me. You know, it is what it is. We got to fight on Sunday.
How do you feel?
Naoya, the monster Inoue. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. Here is Ramon Dinamito Cardenas.
Following his victory over Ramon Cardenas, Naoya Inoue has stated that, if circumstances permit, his next goal is to face Tank Davis. The Japanese sensation made his eagerly anticipated comeback to the U.S. with a flawless record at a media workout in Los Angeles. Inoue arrived with the confidence and vigor that have come to be expected of him, and he is now focusing on larger names and heavier weight classes, with Gervonta Davis obviously in his sights.
Bam, a puncher. He is good.
Who's that?
Inoue. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm going to watch him.
That's the one you asked where he come from.
Yeah. He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
After almost 4 years, Inoue arrived in the U.S. and wasted no time in making his presence known. This is the first time he has visited the U.S. since 2020, but the excitement surrounding him hasn't diminished because, as a two-weight undisputed champion, he brings with him not only titles, but also the kind of pressure that only a fighter who has won 10 straight knockouts and received international recognition can comprehend.
Naoya Inoue is going to knock out Ramon Cardenas. Now, yes, both have been very active, but Naoya Inoue has swimmer skills, speed, power, experience, has a way better resume, and his latest performances have also been way better. Ramon Cardenas has been in complete bumps, has a glass jaw, and his latest performances have also been trash. Ramon Cardenas.
He and Cardenas squared off before beginning their drills, pounding the heavy bag with the same rhythm and power that has been ending fights early for years. His precise movement and explosive power gave the crowd a taste of what was to come, demonstrating that he hadn't missed a step since leaving American soil. It took me 4 years to return to America, but I'd like to do so sooner rather than later. Inoue didn't hold back when addressing the media, admitting the weight of expectations. He stated that he understood what the fans wanted, especially when it came to fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend, and that he wanted to answer those expectations. There is a great turnout of media today, and I'm very pleased I know that the expectations are there, and I want to answer those expectations, Inoue said.
How is he knocking people out later in his career? You're supposed to start knocking out guys earlier. His power is showing up later. How is that? Is that?
Man, I honestly think Ramon's always been talented. You know, he's always had a gift. He's always been able to pop. It's been a gift of his since we've been kids. And I think just as the years have gone on, he's gotten stronger. The training here with Joel Diaz and myself, we kind of really emphasize trying to hurt these guys and punish these guys.
Additionally, he revealed his admiration for Mexican fighters, citing Barrera Morales and Marquez as some of the greats his father admired. Cardenas is a beautiful fighter and an all-around good fighter, but for me it's easy, he said, adding that confidence wasn't just talk. He is certain that he will defeat any opponent presented to him, and Cardenas will only be the beginning. Cardenas was vying for his first world title. When he entered the battle, had won 26 times with 14 knockouts.
Title.
He had talked earlier in the week about the significance of fight on this historic date, being on the billboards, getting the chance to make his dream come true after a long and painful journey that included personal loss and professional sacrifice. This is already a huge opportunity for him to fight on a weekend long that is dominated by Mexican stars and symbols. Cardenas stated, "Being able to fulfill my dream of becoming a world champion is my goal because I've lost an uncle and a trainer along the way."
It gives me a sense of he's human. No one's invincible, brother. No one, if you get caught in the right shot, bro, look at me. I never gotten dropped as an amateur, in sparring, as a pro, and I got dropped by a dude who didn't hit hard because the guy did not hit hard, but he just caught me with a good shot right here in the temple, and I just went down. And it was kind of like, man, you know, I didn't expect it, but you know, again, it just goes to show like no one's invincible. Like, and
he made it apparent that his motivation was legacy rather than money, saying that if I win the world championship, no one can take it away from me. The event is a well-regarded production, and there is more than simply Inoue in the co-feature. In what he believed would be an all-action, Rafael Espinoza risked losing his WBO featherweight belt to Edward Vasquez. Tall and rangy, Mexican-style war Espinoza enters with 22 knockouts, but it's obvious that he enjoys fighting because he acknowledged that he prefers conversations to fighting outside of his reach, claiming that he felt strong inside and wanted to steal the show.
I know anyone Inoue fights is in danger. Anyone who's in front of him, he's going to hit, and he's going to hurt, and he's going to finish. He does that shoulder roll. He doesn't quite do it like Mayweather, though. You better be careful doing it with Inoue. Inoue's not going to chase you here. He's going to say, aha, I see what's available down here. He's not going to be...
I get butterflies in my stomach when I see how nervous and excited Espinoza is before grand entrances. He stated, "These are the dates I've always wanted to fight on, and this is the place I've always wanted to fight at." For him, it's not just about defending a title. It's also about demonstrating that he belongs on one of the biggest platforms in sports. On the same night that Inoue fights, his opponent Edward Vasquez enters with just 4 knockouts, but he is confident and hungry, having been born in Texas. "I feel like I've only lost fights by a few points in the past, but Sunday night will be my chance to score a big point. That's what I'm thinking about." Former world title contender Vasquez talked about being focused and not allowing the moment get the better of him.
Distance. I think Cardenas is a good, tough, durable guy with a good explosive style, which really could make Inoue think a lot, to be honest with you. He's a strong guy, durable guy. He's going to keep on coming forward no matter what. He puts his combinations together well. Inoue's going to win the fight, unanimous decision though. His counters are too good. His IQ's too good to lose.
However, it's obvious that Inoue owns the night. Shingo Inoue, his father and trainer, has acknowledged that he maintained things sharp during camp, and the results were evident in every punch thrown during the workout. The crowd reacted to every move he made, and the team's enthusiasm was evident from the moment they arrived in the U.S. When reporters questioned Inoue about a possible fight with Gervonta Tank Davis in Las Vegas in the middle of the week, Inoue didn't shy away from using a translator. Instead, he expressed his admiration for the Baltimore-born knockout artist by saying, "I have a lot of respect for him, and I'm very fond of him as a fighter, and yeah, we basically communicate on social media." If possible, we can talk about that fight too. While Inoue and Davis don't fight in the same division, the weight gap isn't wide. A catch weight or a move up from Inoue could bring the two together. It's the kind of superite that doesn't need much promotion, just names and records Inoue, along with his flawless record, strength, method, and recent string of knockouts.
Tank, you think about the monster from Japan here one day before your deal's up? Yeah, you, because it's been mentioned before. Whoa, whoa.
I don't know. Is he up for it?